Good morning, students. Today we'll study class AB output stage. In the previous class, we have studied class B output stage. The problem with class B output stage is that we'll get the crossover distortion. When both the transistors are off, we'll get a crossover distortion. That problem is eliminated here by connecting the VBB by 2 and VBB by 2 for NPN PNP transistor. This is a circuit diagram of class AB output stage. It consists of NPN transistor QN. The symbol is like this of NPN. PNP transistor QP. The symbol is like this. In the class B, we don't have this one, VBB by 2 bias voltages, whereas we have here bias voltages to overcome the crossover distortion. When we get the crossover distortion? When both the transistors are off. Means the base voltages are less than 0.5. For this less than minus 0.5, we'll get the crossover distortion. So now here the class AB output stage will begin. The crossover distortion can be virtually eliminated by biasing the two transistors. Now main use is that the crossover distortion is virtually eliminated. For main important point, it is virtually eliminated. How we eliminate? By connecting VBB by 2 to these voltages. A bias voltage VBB is applied between the bases of QP and QN. How we do that? By connecting the bias voltage, VB to the VBB by 2 to the base of QN and QP. Now the use of this VB by 2 is that for small voltages both the transistors will be off. For the small voltage both the transistors will be off. Now for the small voltage V1, because of this VB by 2, the transistor will be on. So crossover distortion will be eliminated. Thus for small V1, both the transistors, both QP and QN will be on. Both will be on. So crossover distortion is eliminated. So crossover distortion is eliminated. Now for V1 equal to 0, when V1 is 0, we'll get the V0 as 0. V1 as 0, we'll get V0 as 0, and voltage VBB by 2 appears across the base emitter junction of QP, and this VB by 2, this appears across base emitter junction of QP and QN. Assuming that the matched devices will have IN, means for NPN transistor current IN, PNP transistor current IP is equals to IQ is equals to IS into e raised to VBB by 2 into VT. I'll repeat once again. Now we are beginning with the class AB output stage. The class AB output stage extra, this two part will come compared to the class B output stage. These two will come. Why? Because when V1 is smaller, then this will be off. When they will be off, at the output side we have problem of crossover distortion. So we'll bias with some VBB by 2 voltage so that the crossover distortion is eliminated. So now when we'll see that V1 is 0, when V1 is 0, we'll get output voltage as 0 and VBB by 2 will be available at this point, Now we'll go with the circuit operation, mathematical part. We'll go with the circuit operation with respect to mathematical part. Now when V1 goes positive, now we'll take when V1 is positive. In the previous case same we have done. When the voltage is 0 and V1 is positive, V1 is minus. 3 cases we have considered. Same fashion we have taken V1 as 0, first case. When V1 as 0, output voltage is 0, VB by 2 appears at the QP and QN base emitter junction. Now we'll see when V1 is positive what happens, when V1 is negative what happens. When V1 is positive, the base of QN increases. Base of NPN transistor QN, it increases. Then we'll be having the output voltage V0 is equals to V1. We'll be having the output voltage when we'll give the positive this voltage. Then this transistor will turn on, this transistor will turn off. Then output voltage will be V1 VBB by 2 plus this base emitter minus base emitter voltage. So I can write the output voltage is equals to V1 plus VBB by 2 minus base emitter voltage of NPN transistor. The positive V0 causes the current IL to flow through RL. Thus IN must increase. That is, IN is equals to IP plus IL. IN is equals to IP plus IL. I'll mark this as equation number 1. Now, the relationship between IN and IP can be derived by base emitter voltage of NPN transistor, base emitter voltage of PNP transistor is equals to the VBB, or it can be taken as IN NPN transistor PNP transistor is equals to IQ square. This is the relationship between IN into IP is equals to IQ square. Now IN increases, IP decreases. As IN increases, IP decreases. Now by the same ratio, while product remains the constant. Now IN increases, IP decreases. So this product remains always constant. Now this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2. From equation number 2, I'll find for our IN. Equation number 2, I'll find for IN. From this equation number 1, I'll find for our IP is equals to IN minus IL. Equation number 1, I'll find IP, which is IN minus IL. And this is substituted in equation number 2. Then equation number 2 becomes IN, IP becomes IN minus IL is equals to IQ square, or IN square minus IN into IL is equals to IQ square, or IN square minus IN into IL minus IQ square equal to 0. Then this is the equation number 3. From the above equation, the positive output voltage, the load current supplied by the QN, which acts as the emitter follower. Fine, this is now IN square. This is the expression, quadratic equation for the IN and IP, IN and IQ. Now we'll say that for positive input voltage, we'll be getting what? QN will be conducting and QP will be off. Now when we apply the negative, then we'll apply the negative input voltage, means when the V1 is negative, in that case then what will happen? QN is off and QP will be conducting. QN will be off and QP will be conducting. The load current will be supplied by the QP. Then we conclude that the class AB operates in much same manner as the class B circuit. Class AB is similar to the class B circuit. Class AB is similar to class B circuit with one more improvement. We have one more improvement is that for small V1 both the transistor will be on, so that the crossover distortion can be eliminated. Now if you want to calculate, or the transfer characteristic, if I want to draw, it will be like this way. There is no crossover distortion, like this way we'll be having. If I want to draw the transfer characteristic of class B, and this is slope 1, slope as 1, then we'll be getting this voltage as VCC minus VCE and saturation, and this as minus VCC plus VECP saturation. Will not be having this, it has to conduct at 0.5 only. No, it will be conducting for less voltage also, so that problem is eliminated. Now if I want to calculate the output resistance of class AB circuit, then the circuit is like this way. It will be grounded, even this is grounded. This is QN transistor, this is QP transistor. Both of them are connected and then connected to ground. This is the procedure to find the output resistance. R out will be REN parallel to REP, the resistance of NPN, resistance of PNP. R out is measured at this point. This is V0 and R out is measured at this point. Now we'll be having REN. What is that REN? REN, REP are the small signal emitter resistances of QN and QP. RE and REN, REP, they are the small signal resistance of emitter resistance of QN, and this is small signal emitter resistance of QP. At a given input voltage, the current IN and IP can be determined, and REN and REP are given as REN is equals to VT by IN and REP is given by VT by IP. Then R out will be VT divided by IN plus IP. Since IN increases, IP decreases and vice versa. The output resistance remains constant in the region around V1 equal to 0. Thus, this is the reason for the virtual absence of the crossover distortion.